From the Straw Hats accidentally standing on top of a giant teacher without realizing it, to Nami beating Luffy and Usopp for acting even more childish than the kids, from Sanji and Zoro arguing over whether Gerd is a pervert, to Usopp somehow convincing everyone that he was the one who defeated the legendary giant Oars. The Elbaf Arc is already packed with hilarious moments, and today we're going through every funny scene that has made this adventure one of the funniest arcs in One Piece so far. Robin finally reunites with Saul after such a long time, while Luffy, being the captain, walks up and thanks Saul for saving Robin. Meanwhile, Zoro is just standing there mocking him, but the real funny part comes when Luffy says, "It's a pressure to meet you," and Sanji instantly corrects him with pleasure. Suddenly Saul gets emotional. Seeing all of Robin's crewmates smiling, he realizes Robin has finally found friends who will stay by her side forever. Every Straw Hat starts blushing like crazy after hearing that. Except Zoro and Jinbe. Those two don't seem nearly as emotional. The Straw Hats head to visit Elbaf's school, while Sanji's more worried about Nami's safety than anything else. With all those giant books around, he's scared something might fall on her. Some giant kids start chasing Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp. Then a group of girls comes to save them from Zoro, but everything goes downhill when Zoro casually calls them brats. But the real comedy begins when the Straw Hats keep arguing with the kids. Suddenly they hear a loud voice talking to them. The ground is shaking, and then they realize they're standing on top of a giant woman. Yep, that's Ripley, Elbaf's biology teacher. Luffy and the others are riding a giant swing. Of course, Luffy swings it as hard as he can, almost sending Usopp flying off. Nami isn't having any of it. She beats both of them for setting such a bad example in front of the kids. The kids Luffy made cry run straight to Gerd for comfort, but while one kid is having the best moment of his life, he looks back at Sanji and gives him a smile that reminds us of Momonosuke. Yeah, that's enough. We finally meet Ripley's son, Colin. Sanji gets depressed the moment he hears Ripley already has a son. But the real shock comes when Colin reveals that his dad is actually a human. Just look at Sanji's face. Bro is completely out of this world. I know, but it's just one tiny drop. But let's not think about it. Want to hear the least funny joke ever? Then listen to whatever Brook is about to say. Gerd looks a little shy because she wants everyone to try on the clothes she made for them. And honestly, those outfits look pretty cool. Meanwhile, Zoro thinks she's a pervert for making clothes that perfectly fit tiny humans, just like Road did. Sanji immediately jumps in to defend Gerd and somehow ends up fighting Zoro instead. The Straw Hats are enjoying a huge banquet. Sanji starts thinking Elbaf must have an amazing chef. That thought disappears the moment a giant lady walks over and asks him to have a drink with her. Suddenly, the biggest giant among the giants shows up to meet the Straw Hats. He's 408 years old. But Luffy and Usopp completely lose it when they notice there's a giant sword stuck right through his head. That was insane. Here comes Usopp's biggest glow-up. He starts lying about Oars, claiming they defeated him, and the one who actually beat Oars was Usopp himself. Now that's some next level lying. One of the giants is amazed to see Jinbe because he's a fish man. But when the conversation shifts to mermaids, Sanji's explanation completely steals the show. That man is truly the king of perverts. And here comes Road. Even after getting beaten up, he's still simping over the Straw Hats because they're ultra rare. Hey, man, that guy is seriously creepy. Things get even scarier when Zoro warns Road that his head is going to roll if he ever tries fighting him again. And the best part. Gerd gives Zoro permission by saying, "You can chop his head off next time." The giants still have no idea that Luffy is actually the sun god Nika. They all start arguing about what Nika is really like. Is he kind? Is he scary? Is he cool? No one can agree, but they all believe in Nika as their god. Meanwhile, the real Nika is just sitting there happily eating meat. Then comes the funniest moment. They start talking about Loki and Luffy casually asks, "So, is Loki a good guy?" Everyone instantly shouts, "Definitely not!" While everyone is talking about how cruel Loki is for killing his own father, the old giant casually reveals that the giant sword stuck in his head. Yeah, Loki did that too. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami head toward the castle to steal the key to Loki's handcuffs. Meanwhile, Nami is already making her own plans. If they're breaking into a castle anyway, why not steal the treasure too? Luffy gets furious after finding two badly injured giants inside the castle. They claim Shanks attacked them, but Luffy refuses to believe Shanks would ever do something like that. And he's right. It wasn't Shanks. It was his twin brother, Shamrock. Frankie walks through Elbaf's forest surrounded by the legendary Atom trees everywhere. He's about to lose his mind thinking about how insanely expensive this wood is in the outside world. Meanwhile, in Elbaf, they're treated like completely ordinary trees.